was Halloween night, 1996, when a 10-year-old child, oppressed named Cain, the killer clown, decapitated his foster parents before taking the lives of 3 more. Today, that murderer resides inside these walls of Morton Downs Psychiatric Hospital.
Hi, I'm Sophia Jessica, and this is Angel, and welcome to the fan carpet.
Hello, Jeanine. How are you doing?
Hello, Mark. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for joining me. I've met your husband as well. He's a lovely bloke.
Yes.
Did a junket a while ago with him
Oh,
for
cool.
I think it was for We Still Call the Old Way.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, lovely guy. A
Yes,
few
he
times.
is.
So, if we go back to the beginning, was there a defining moment for you to get into the industry?
Yes, actually, there was. I've always loved drama, music, ballet. I did ballet since I was 3. I was musical. I played in orchestras, and I love drama too. But life gets in the way. I had the fortunate position of raising my 4 children and being at home with them, and that took my role as that. I took that very seriously, and so when I when the kids were a bit older, and I got to do some radio, and I was doing a little radio gig, and I met the producer one day, and he said to me, "Oh my God, you don't have the face for radio." And I sort of didn't know what he meant. He went, "No, you should be, you should be on the other side of the screen. Come on, you should be." And I said, "Well, actually, I do want to do it. I've always wanted to do it." And that was my defining moment, actually. I thought, yeah, why not? I should do that. So I did.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, wonderful. Awesome. So what can you tell us about Halloween, and what was it that made you want to tell this story?
Well, with Helloween, I'd been wanting to work with Phil Claydon for a few years. I really pushed to have a meeting with him, actually, a lot. I pushed hard. We got to meet him a few years ago, and there were a few ideas that were backwards and forwards. And this was he went and wrote this. We really liked it, and he wrote this role for me, which is brilliant because it portrays a very strong female character, an older character, a bit like sort of Ripley from Aliens, sort of Jamie Lee Curtis from Helloween. So it was really good. So I play a psychiatrist called Dr. Ellen Marks, and I run a psychiatric hospital for the criminally insane. And I have one of my patients is a serial killer called Carl Kane, and I sort of have decided that he will not be allowed back into the public because I don't think that he can change his ways. So I make it my life's mission to keep him locked up forever.
Okay. So what was it about your character, the doctor, that made you that spoke to you when you read the script?
Well, I think that because she was a strong character, was that really did appeal to me, that she was a doctor.
Hmm.
She was sort of in authority. And also that, is she good in it? Is she bad in it? Phil Claydon sort of wrote the film a bit sort of anti-authority. So I'm sort of called the matriarch in it, and a lot. And, you know, I'm sort of the establishment, and so there's Carl Kane, who's an abused person going in, a young child going in, and after 20 years, is he a product of his environment in the care that he's in? Is he not? Is he, there's so many different layers, there's so much to unpack in this movie. It's not
Hmm.
black and white. There's thousands of grays in it. And, not necessarily is one person right or is one person wrong. Some people might look at the film and be, oh, Carl Kane, and some people might think I'm doing the right thing. So it's a psychological horror. It's not, if you like blood and guts and everything everywhere, it's not for you. It's more suspenseful. It's quite thought-provoking. And that's what I want viewers to go home, and I want them to go home and sort of think about it, like, oh, actually maybe she didn't do the right thing, maybe he did do the right thing, or maybe it was her doing it to him. It's quite deep. If you want to go that deep, if you just want to look at it and take it for what it is, you can do that too.
Yeah, absolutely. What does it mean for you to be a storyteller and tell stories in this way?
What does it mean to me?
Hmm.
Well, I think that, well, to have this opportunity to tell the stories of what other people are writing. Obviously, I'm not a writer, but obviously we look at them and think, yeah, I think it's fantastic. I mean, if you love acting, it's the best thing you can do. Being different characters in different movies and portraying, feelings of people and really putting yourself as that person and feeling how would that person feel. It really is it's an incredible journey to go on.
Absolutely. So do you have any memories from filming Halloween that stand out to you, something you won't forget?
Yeah, I do. I have a really good memory of drinking margaritas while Michael Paré had his fish and chip supper in the hotel in the evening. That was fantastic because he's such a nice guy. But I also have memories of I'm really scared of mice, and that because we shot this movie in a big basement of an industrial unit in London, and it was cold and damp and raining, and there were mice everywhere, and I'm so scared of mice. That one day when I fell asleep on set because it was a night shoot and I had my break, so I was trying to like sit on the corner of the chair, and when I woke up there were three mice hanging off my boot. I was freaking out, honestly. It was horrible. So yeah, I think I remember that one.
Okay. Yeah, they can get everywhere, can't they?
Yeah. Oh, actually, there
Uh,
was another part as well, where when I was working with Ronan, we were in a scene together where he was screaming at me so loud that I turned my head that way and I got it in my ear. Literally, my ears were ringing for about 3 days after that. It was quite a scene, as you know.
yeah.
I don't want to give too much away, but yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, absolutely. What does the future hold for Halloween, and do you feel there's more story to tell within the world that you've helped craft?
Um, I just want everyone to watch it. I want everyone to watch it and give us some good reviews or any reviews just to let us know what you think. I think that what did you say? That is there anything else I want to?
Do you, with the story that you've crafted with this, do you feel there's more story to tell?
I mean, it's kind of left a bit open, isn't it? So
Hmm.
I think there would be. I mean, let's see. Let's see how it all goes. I mean,
Awesome. Yeah, that'd be cool. So are there any other aspects of the industry that you'd like to pursue, or do you feel that you've hit your stride as an actress?
I would like to in a few years direct. That's one thing that I would like to do. But at the moment, I'm absolutely loving acting. I do get involved because, obviously I own the production company with my husband, and
Hmm.
we see everything from grassroots up. We see it from start to finish. We get to hear the music, the scoring, the edit pieces. So I get to see the whole aspect of the filming, which is fantastic. So I think I think I get the best of both worlds, really. I get to get all of my acting out that I want to do, but I also get to see the other stages of it, which are really complex and the hardest part. And but I think maybe in a few years, I don't know, maybe when I'm in my 60s.
Okay, cool. Look forward to that. With the popularity of streaming services, what do you feel the future of cinema is?
Well, um, unfortunately, I think, I don't know, who knows if cinema's going to be around in 10 years. I don't know. I mean, look, the cinemas are just taken over with all these great big Marvel movies and things, and nobody wants to watch independent movies. And I just wish that, big cinema complexes will put on more independent movies. There's such a call for it. I mean, people of my age range, and even younger people now, I think, it's all this CGI, and I mean, I can't watch movies like that. I'm still watching, I watched Captain Clegg 2 nights ago, a Hammer movie uh, with Peter Cushing, and I'm still in that era. I like The
Mhm.
Wicker Man, and I like The Omen and The Lost Boys, and things like that. And They Live with Roddy Piper. I love those sorts of movies. Once you start putting all the CGI stuff, you just lost me. I just get a headache. So I'm hoping, that so long may it rain. But unfortunately, I really do think that maybe in the next 10 years, cinema's just gonna not be as big as it was. It's really expensive for a start
Yeah.
off.
Mhm.
What, £10, £13, £15 by the time you buy a drink or whatever, it's more. Families can't afford to go. If you've got
Mhm.
children, that's a big lot of money. Um, It's a shame because, the cinema experience is fantastic. I love going to the cinema. But, there should be more independent films shown, a lot more independent.
Abs-
There's so many good independent movies out there. I just don't think um, the indie film market just gets enough push. But I'm hoping that will change. Let's see.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's face it. I mean, the independent cinema is where it's at. I mean, like what we lack in budget for independent cinema, we certainly make up for in storytelling and direction and actually seeing money on the screen rather than not. You know.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, but let's see how that all goes. I mean, but let's cross fingers.
Yeah, absolutely. I love going to cinema. I absolutely do. So who inspires you in the industry?
Hmm. Oh, I think Linda Hamilton was someone that really inspired me many years ago, watching her in Beauty and the Beast, and then like she's now this strong woman doing all these things. Terminator was like one of my favorite things growing up.
Hmm.
Um, I think her, um, you know, Sharon Stone, just people like that who I used to watch when I was younger. I just think they really commanded the screen, good looking women and strong. I mean, and also actually, Demi Moore's latest horror movie was fantastic, wasn't it?
Yeah, The Substance. Yeah,
The
it was.
Substance. Yeah, I mean, the woman's like what in her early 60s, what a cracking body. And, she's great, isn't she? I mean, that's just so aspirational now. That there's no sort of age limit on things.
Yeah.
I've recently did a movie with Carol Ann Ford, and I worked with her last week from Doctor Who, and she's 85. She
Hmm.
played my mum, and it was fantastic. The part was written that she was this sort of bedridden old lady, and then we sort of decided, no, we're not having her like that. She's not bedridden. She's very glamorous and very beautiful still, an 85-year-old woman. So we've got some really lovely scenes, and she looks amazing in it. And I think the world's changing, to sort of, give that chance back. There's not a cutoff. It's in this industry, it's very easy. I've done movies with Lee Majors, who was 84 when I worked with him. I played the wife of Billy Murray. He was 80 when he was, or 78 when he was. And, I'm in my 50s, but that's a big age difference. And they were portrayed as these, very sort of alpha males.
Mm,
So, also a woman in her 70s, 80s can also be, a very strong woman too. It doesn't have to be wheelchair bound. I
absolutely.
think the world is changing.
Yeah, absolutely. And all the better for it.
Mm.
So what are you working on next that you can tell us about?
I am working on a movie called Guy Fawkes. We've shot half of it already. The
Okay.
secret of Guy Fawkes. And I think the trailer will be out soon, ish, maybe for the Halloween period. So that's I'm really looking forward to that one. And also the next one after that will be Werewolf Hunt, which will be fantastic. We've got practical werewolves that are 7 foot tall. They all move, all electrical, just all being done practically. So none of the CGI or real fire, and in Guy Fawkes as well, we had real fire. So it was we've done lots of practical effects with all of the movies really. So
Oh,
it's
awesome.
been really fun, yeah. It was
Awesome.
here again,
Yeah.
thankfully.
Yeah, it's something, there's just something so like tangible and different when you can actually reach out and touch these things rather than just relying on like someone running around in a leotard with a load of dots on it.
Exactly. I mean, when I shot Nemesis a few years ago, we had a car explosion, which took 3 days to blow this car up, for God's sake, because it was raining all the time, and we kept like dousing it, and we're like, right, let's go. We all started running. Oh God, it hasn't blown up. Literally 3 days in this horrible wet field in Essex, trying to blow up Billy Murray's van. Honestly, it was just, and when it did blow up, bloody hell, the door flew off and landed about that much away from Billy's arm. And we were like, ah, but I mean, he wanted to do it and it was his van. He was like, no, I want to blow this up. So it was, they can be quite hairy as well, but
Yeah.
it looks really good. I mean, that explosion looks amazing. And that's
Awesome.
cool. There was no CGI in that at all.
Yeah, awesome. And yeah, seeing the animatronics and the werewolves, that's going to be great.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So where can we find you online to keep up with everything you're doing?
Well, I'm on Instagram at Jeanine Nerissa, and follow Shogun Films on Instagram as well. That's got everything that's going on. Yeah, that's
Awesome. Awesome. Well, this has been a pleasure. Thank you so much for joining me.
No, thank
And
you,
look
Marc.
forward to doing look forward to seeing what you do next.
Thank you, and thanks for having me. It was lovely
Thank
talking.
you.
Thank you for watching The Fan Carpet. Please follow us on Facebook, X, and Instagram for more content. Bye for now.
Hurry!
Let the games begin.
Why don't you show what you can do? I hear a siren. Maybe you were wrong about me. I'm dangerous and still. Why don't you give me a sign, like the sea that leads a trail along that shore? It's not your problem, it's mine. Everybody thinks that I'm okay. Sometimes I think I am too. I'm on the outside looking in, I'm waiting for the shockwaves to begin. Oh, won't you let me hold you for one time? Just a rainy day in a London cafe, a London cafe. So give me one last serenade. Say to me, or swear at me till the night turns into day. And it was a shame when daylight faded, because we didn't notice at all.
Thank you for watching The Fan Carpet. If you like this video, be sure to click that thumbs up button at the bottom of your screen. And also be sure to subscribe to the Fan Carpet YouTube channels. They're absolutely free and so much fun too. Be sure to check out the official website, thefancarpet.com. Also, you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to stay up to date with reviews, competitions, the latest news, and so much more.